There's nothing much more fun in Minecraft than just making a great big mess. So I have written a little chat called mess that does exactly this, just that, makes a mess. So we can watch it here. It just throws these blocks all over the place. And the really good news that it fills the center with TNT. So notice I have some flint and steel, and I'm just going to set off the TNT, and we're going to make one great big mess. Now, if I wanted to build a fence or play with chickens or whatever it is I wanted to do, I pretty much have a mess where I am. So I need to move to some nice clean place. Well, the tried and true method of doing this is to fly until I think I can't see the mess anymore. So let's look around and see. Oops, I still see it. Now, which way was I flying? Maybe that way. Now, the trouble with flying to find a new space is once you've done it about 10 times, you discover that you've lost your way, and you may, in fact, run back on yourself to a place where you had caused another mess. Now, there's other ways to do this. One is to use the teleport command. Now, when you use that, you need to use relative coordinates, and you need to move in some consistent direction, like always move east, to be sure you don't wrap back on yourself. There are other ways. Now, I've created another way to do it is to just open a new world. Of course, that is time consuming, and you may not want to totally open a new world because you may lose some of the things you're keeping. Okay, I have created a couple of programs to do this, and this video is going to talk about one that I call Move Me, or Move. And I have another program I've created called Flat Fixer, which actually repairs the world that got completely screwed up. So let's look at first of all, let's make another mess. Okay, that's really the most fun part of this program. And then let's run move. And although move will move, let's just run move with no arguments. Oops. And notice that we've gone far away from the mess. Well, let's go look at the code that does this. Don't know why I can't get rid of this. Okay. Let's go look at our code here. Okay, this is move. The first thing is it just says it's running. Next, it says, if you rename this command move me, it may not work. And the not working means that it will not recognize the parameters that you give it. Rather, it will switch to the defaults. I've documented that in another post. In fact, the post just before this post. The next thing it does is it just prints out the value of the parameters. If you just run the chat with no parameters or arguments, the values would be 0, 0. And if both arguments are 0, then it sets it to the default value, which is east 200. And that would mean it moves east 200 and doesn't move up or down, and doesn't move any south or north. Then after the parameter check, it prints out the coordinates again, just to see if the default was set correctly, and then it does the teleport. The teleport is relative because you want it to move 200 east of the player, or whatever you specify. So 200 E is 200 east. 0, you're going to keep the player at the same up and down that it was, and you're going to move S to the south. Now, either of these arguments can be negative, which means you could move west or north by specifying the parameters as negative. Okay, let's just see that another example. We can move 300 to the south, 300 to the east and 100 to the south. Or we could move minus 300 to the east, which is west, 300 west, and we could move minus 100 to the south, which is to the north. Okay, that is how to move around quickly and easily in your world. Thank you.